Final match of the group stage. This match decides who will win in Group D, who will be second in Group D, and will also finalize the matchups in the quarterfinals. We have a match on Main Street Coliseum between Misty and Damien. If Misty wins with at least a 2-0 lead, Flash actually will win the group. If Misty wins 1-0, if it's a tie, or if Damien wins the group. Starmie, Quagsire, Lapras, Lantern, Floatzel, Melodic. Not a bad team. Yet Misty's already lost twice. I'd say Group D has the most balanced teams in terms of comparing the 4 teams to each other. All have good teams. Flash, Chobin, Misty, and Damien. And Misty just happened to grab the short end of the stick. Final match. Misty v Damien on Main Street Coliseum. The randomizer still hasn't given us number 7, which would be Magma Coliseum. And since it became available in round 2, it also hasn't given us Stargazer Coliseum, which is number 10. Stargazer Coliseum will still be a possibility for the quarterfinals, but in the semi-finals and the match for 3rd place, it is 100% certain not to be played in Stargazer Coliseum. I will have that disabled in the randomizer that I use for it. Just random.org and then call up a number between 1 and 10. But all other Coliseums will still be possible for quarterfinals and for semifinals and bronze match. Finals will happen in Stargazer, whether it's been shown before or not. Finals will be in Stargazer Coliseum. That's an interesting question. Matt, would you rather face Damien or face Flash? Here comes Spiritomb with the pretty long animation actually, but I do like that. Does Flash's Luxray have Intimidate? I do believe it does. I can't imagine, because it's not based on an in-game team like Misty's or Chobin's is. So I can't imagine myself ever giving it Rivalry. Because Rivalry can be positive, it can be negative, and Intimidate's pretty much always positive. Very nice defensive ability, you could say. So I can't imagine me giving it anything else. Still haven't seen Spit Up or Swallow work. I've seen Stockpile quite a few times, but I actually wonder which moves that are possible to be called by Metronome haven't we seen yet? Like, I'm not keeping track of that. Like, I could watch every match and just tick off every, like, give it check or something, or make a note of every move we've seen. Sweet Kiss quite a few times, in Fissure a couple of times. Gong Shot, especially in round 1 and 2, we've seen before. Although I think Skuntank earlier this round used it once. Dragon Dance from Spiritomb. Ooh. What move have we seen most throughout the tournament? It's a good chance that Main Street Coliseum will be the most seen Coliseum in the tournament. Let me see how many, in now 24 matches, let's see how many times we've seen Main Street Coliseum. Like, round 1 in 9 chance each time we see Main Street. And we saw it once. Then it became 1 in 10 when I added, when I added Stargazer as a possibility. And then we saw Main Street Coliseum 3 times in round 2. And in round 3 we saw Main Street twice. In Auke v Rens and in Misty v Damien. 6 out of the 24. A quarter of every match. A quarter of the matches that have taken place on Main Street Coliseum so far. Like, that might be very different in starting the quarterfinals, but it might also just completely not. You probably want to face Flash, because Flash doesn't have normal resists, and the Luxray is second to last. And Damien has 4 normal resists. Interesting way to look at it. Yeah, Ghosts and Steals Goes with immunity, steals with that as well. Here comes guard swap. Increase and decrease the special defense and defense are swapped between Starmie and Spiritomb. Spiritomb has attack and speed increase from Dragon Dance, but hasn't made too major use of it. Hail. Yeah, we might not have seen the move Hail. We've seen a Bulma Snow call Hail with Snow Warning, but maybe not the move Hail. That's right. Well, there's some moves that I may just not remember, but we've seen a lot, that's for sure. Constrict? Have we seen Constrict? Yeah, we've seen multiple weak moves. Resistance moves. Here comes Rain Dance. Covet. Maybe Covet? No, I don't remember Covet either. A move we have seen quite a few times. Most recently, as the most major appearance potentially, Imprison. Like, I could put up a photo of the best move in Metronome battles. Taunt would be up there. Torment would be decent. Aqua Ring and Ingrain, I'd say, are both pretty nice if you get it early on in a Pokemon being sent out, still being an high health. I would argue very strongly that Imprison is easily the best move you can get. Sure, if you are at low HP, and especially if you're the last Pokemon remaining, it may not be that useful, but at medium health, at high health, you force, until you're knocked out, you force both opponents to use struggle permanently. Ooh, Umbreon down. See if Ghost Grave gets a good physical move. To make use of that Dragon Dance. No, tries to boost that special defense. It already swapped the changes with Starmie, so Starmie's not getting this amnesia. And last turn we set up Trick Room and we're already back. Starmie didn't like what Quagsire did. A lead though for Misty. Misty trying to make sure she doesn't lose a third match in a row. She actually goes home with at least one win. She already knows she's knocked out, but she wants to go down with honor. And maybe even with a third place in the group. But I'm now going to look at what she needs to do for that, because it's not important for who moves on. I will say at the end of the group who moves on and who doesn't, and who is in what spot in the group. Right, Rain is gone, now we have Sand. Now someone use Hail. No, slack off. Nice move for Quagsire. Quagsire is good, pretty good defensively, has nice HP stat. Mom, I got a paper cut by a bell. If you want a true paper cut, you need to get Cortana from Gen 7. Because that's basically paper and it cuts things. Quagsire not taking damage from that Sandstorm due to being a ground type Pokemon. Here's Mist. Calm Mind improving more stats out. +1 speed, +1 attack, +1 special attack, and +3 special defense. Are you doing that thing that Giratina did, like at the start of the round? It was the very first match, Aqua v Green. That Giratina basically improved every stat but speed. You're improving every stat but defense, I think. I would love if you actually attacked Spiritomb. Then again, I'm not you. Like, I'm not your trainer. And with certainty you're already going to the quarterfinal anyway, I guess you can try some stuff. Neither opponents nor allied Pokemon can lower the stats of any Pokemon under the effect of Mist. Mist also protects abilities that lower stats as that Intimidate, can be removed by Defog. Interesting, but makes sense. But does Mist also apply Neither opponents nor allied Pokemon can lower the stats. Okay, so that answers my question, because I was thinking things like Overheat or Leaf Storm, which lower your own stats. Would that work? But because it only says opponents and allies can't change it, that suggests that you can, therefore lowering yourself with like close combat can't still happen. Would the next Metronome Tournament be in Gen 4? Most likely, yes. Because that's 3D. And it's a lot easier to set this up than Black White 2 battles, for example, if I even can get that running on an emulator properly. And I want the most Pokemon to be available. I would love to have more Pokemon available. I would love to have more moves available through Metronome. The bigger availability is awesome. But I can't set something like this up as easily in any game after Battle Revolution. Otherwise, I do it later. If there would be a Battle Revolution for, let's say, Gen 8, I'd try for it. Sword Shield is 3D, but it doesn't have every Pokemon available. Also, I prefer to just do it on my own so I can just very easily stream it. That's also a very big advantage of why I'm doing this way that others don't play. I'm doing it all myself so that I can stream it, and so that it's very simple to set up. No complicated rules. Not necessarily that. Like, I love that a lot of people are watching their own match or watching other matches, and that Akko was there for Akko's matches, Scorp was there for Scorp's matches, Matt was there for his match, Darrett was there for Darrett's match. But you don't have to be there if you don't want to, or you can't be there. And that's fine, so that doesn't give timing issues. We'll make sure that matches are actually completed, because I can do this whenever I have time. And a lot of people can watch every match, because it's both on stream and will eventually end up on YouTube, which is also good. And I love that since I started this tournament, a lot more people have come, a good amount of more people have come to my stream. Average viewership has definitely gone up. A good portion of these people are participants in the tournaments, but I hope that when I do streams that aren't tournaments, which will still be mostly Pokemon, at least in the coming few weeks probably, like in my Infinite Fusion Nuzlocke. Ooh, Dark Void. I do hope that people will still stay and watch. But even without that, it's awesome that a lot of people are watching this tournament, both here and on YouTube, which I love. The tournament winner should participate in the Neon Coliseum. If you mean the tournament finals, no, tournament finals will be in Stargazer Coliseum, because that's the final Coliseum in the game. Looks very fancy as well. So finals will be in Stargazer. Neon is a random possibility for any other match, but finals will be in Stargazer. Doesn't work on Ghosts. Punishment. Punishment will deal loads of damage on Spiritomb. His punishment is a base 60 power. Actually, it does a lot to Quagsire as well, because I think Quagsire has some boosts. A punishment is a base 60 power dark type physical move. And then but it adds 20 power for every stat gain the opponent has, like the target has. Spiritomb has +1 in speed, +1 in attack, +1 in defense, and +3 in special defense. 6 stages. Punishment against Spiritomb will be 180 power. Hey, it's TJ Raciro. Damien has entered the ring. Darren's been here, Matt's been here, Damien's been here. Basically, everyone from the tournament server. Actually, maybe everyone from the tournament server that's in the tournament server has been in here. Akko was here. I don't think Akko's GF is in there. I'm here, obviously. Darren was there, Matt was there, GameScope was there, Flash was there. Yeah, everyone who is in the Pokemon Tournament server has been in this stream, which is very cool. There goes Spiritomb.
It couldn't take it. It's down. Lapras uses its move.
Squirrel! Hey, I love that animation. I love that follow notification. Thank you, Alpinicito, for the follow. It's a nice sound, and then it says squirrel at the end. It's funny. I was given this sound by one of my real good friends, and then I found a Pachirisu gift to go with it. Right, 5-4 lead for Misty right now. We're nowhere from done. A lot can still happen. Starmie hits itself in confusion though. Lace kick on Bronzong, and I'm pretty darn sure that I've given levitates to all of the Bronzongs in the tournament because that would be more effective than heat proof. So that was just standard super effective. Screech basically halving the defense of that Lapras, so full tackle, leaf blade, double kick, they'll do a lot more damage. Confusion all over, and the psychics are hitting themselves. The EVs and IVs are the same for all Pokemon in the tournament. 0 EVs on all stats, so no effort values at all. Perfect IV, so 31 IVs, and everyone has the same nature. It's a neutral nature. Pretty sure it's all serious nature. Not sure if it's serious, but it's everyone. At least it's a neutral nature. Like, abilities, I suppose I could have left to the choice of people, but I decided to not do that either because that would just make things easier for me in the organization purpose. Unless the team was based on a specific team from the game, which Chobin and Misty are, like if it's based on a game, then I just take the ability from the game if it's a set one in that game. Otherwise, I would choose what I feel is the most viable one. So Intimidate over Rivalry, for example, for Luxray. Levitate over Heat Proof. Wait, did I? Tyranitar. Oh, okay, Tyranitar did. That is correct. I was gonna say that was too early. But for example, the Lantern, I want to say, on Misty's side can have Illuminate and Volt Absorb as its abilities. Now, Illuminate doesn't do anything in battle, and Volt Absorb makes it immune to electric and makes it heal 25% of its health when hit by an electric move. But in the game that this team is based on, which I want to say is the Heart Gold to Silver rematch team for Misty, at least according to Bulbapedia, Lantern's abilities always Illuminate. Therefore, this one had that as well. Poison Jab from Pengu on a half defense Lapras from that Screech from earlier. Lapras does get back health. The Sandstorm rages, but it only hits Starmie. Actually, no, it also hits Lapras. What am I talking about? That Sandstorm really helping Damien, and the only reason why Tyranitar was sent out with a damaging weather ability, and this only applies to Damien because he's the only one with either Kyogre or Groudon on the team, is because there is a Kyogre or Groudon after that, which is a permanent weather change with its ability. Boom! Big hit. Special defense harshly fell. But that special defense boost from that Sandstorm does apply here and make Tyranitar take less damage. Or a Sphere on Starmie. Not quite there, but that Sandstorm might just take it out now. It's pretty close. Pain Split. I was considering running Hippowdon, Hippopotas, and Tyranitar. Would have been allowed in this tournament, but next tournament, like I've already said what the main rule change I'm going to do with the base stat total and randomizing 3 of them, and then the player can choose 3 based on the base stat totals that they have remaining. But I'm going to do something else about the weather damaging abilities too. Like there's some abilities that are way better than others. And I'd say that Ghost and Steel types are probably still better than other types to select. But with I guess half the team being randomized, I think that won't be too much of a difference. But like it's still a chance. But anyway, I'm going to make changes to Tyranitar, Snover, Hippowdon, Hippopotas, and Abomasnow. Strange why I said it in that order, but whatever. Either I'm going to just not allow those 5 Pokemon to be used at all. Just ban those 5 Pokemon. Because in this generation, the only ability they can have is that damaging weather ability. Or I give them a different ability, which in this game would be illegal. Now, the hidden ability that Snover and Abomasnow get later on, in later generations, is, I believe, Soundproof. And Soundproof already exists as an ability in this game. So I would then give Snover and Abomasnow Soundproof as the ability, making them immune to sand. Tyranitar gets rid of its own sand! Woo! We've seen everything except hail this fight. Rain Dance was early on. So it's that for Abomasnow if I do allow a Snover and Abomasnow to be used. Tyranitar gets Unnerve as its hidden ability, but that's introduced, I believe, in Gen 5. And Hippopotas and Hippowdon, I don't remember what they got. Ooh, big hit on Tyranitar. But I think I already looked it up before, and Hippopotas and Hippowdon get an ability, Sand Force. Yeah, Sand Force is also introduced in Gen 5. So, Tyranitar, Hippopotas, and Hippowdon, so the 3 Sandstorm summoning Pokemon, don't have that. So I would have to come up with an ability that they can never learn and just give it to them. And I'd probably take something that isn't useless, like Illuminate or Pick Up or Runaway. Not something that's useless, but not something that's super useful. So I'm not going to give them Levitate. Probably not going to give them Intimidate either. But I will give them something that can be useful in some situations. Close combat, big move from Tyranitar. Boom! Good hits, good hits. Let's lower its defenses. Let's see if that can be made use of. Lapras is still around with its half defenses. Sand attack. Whoa!
Its accuracy fell.
Drain a punch! And with those half defenses, you take more damage from Drain Punch, which means Empoleon heals more. That's what you get for throwing sand in a Emperor's eyes. How dare you, Lapras? Misty still leads. But based on the HP of the remaining Pokemon, it could be a tie very quickly. Dark Void! I don't think we've ever seen Dark Void hit both Pokemon for multiple different reasons, but now they're actually both hit. This is Misty's time to capitalize. Make it 4-2 and then make it 4-1. Scratch, yeah, the lowered defenses, but still. Critical hit? That's not even a critical hit on lower defenses. That's more down from Scratch and a Rock Chop than I would think. Again with the nap time. Yep, your team likes to sleep. I guess your team doesn't mind it. They're already through to the next round. It was certain after round 2. So this is the only time where they're allowed to do it. Although, Wake Up for Tyranitar. Feather Dance. Half defenses, half an attack for Lapras. Bengu stays asleep. Once I get rid of that sand in its eyes and more sleeping might help that. Here comes Flail. Well, if Scratch doesn't do it, then Flail will. There we go. Trans are down 4-2. Misty leads. Also, after this match, in 10 minutes time, I don't know when this match ends. Hopefully within 10 minutes. But in 11 minutes time on my YouTube channel, the first link that I just posted in chat is my YouTube channel. A new tournament match will go live. This is one of the round 1 matches that has already happened a couple of 2-3 streams ago. 2 in terms of the Battle Revolution streams. But that's going live as a YouTube premiere, so feel free to come watch that with me and others and discuss what's going on as if you were watching the match live, basically. It is the round 1 match between Van Grants and Rens. A very exciting match. I watched part of it during editing at the start of the afternoon today. And I think it'd be fun to watch that. And now that everyone's together and we can basically immediately jump over to there after this match, I think that would be really cool. Rolling kick from the Lapras. Because kicking with your head makes sense. Pengu's awake. Uses rest. Nah, growl. Yep. Didn't work. But I think Screech many turns ago on Lapras was also from Empoleon. Like, I think that was Empoleon's first turn, maybe its second turn. But Empoleon's been lowering the stats on Lapras. 3 stages of attack lowering, 2 of defense. Low HP, but Lapras is still there. Kyogre is the strongest Pokemon on the field and will be the strongest Pokemon until the end of the match in terms of base stat totals. Oh, super effective with 2 stages lower defense. Yeah, that's an easy KO on Lapras. -3 attack indeed. After Feather Dance and Growl. Even with that KO, it's still a lead for Misty though. They need to lose Lantern as well. The Gastro Acid cancels Kyogre's ability, but considering it won't be sent in again, stopping Drizzle doesn't work. Well, it works, but it doesn't affect anything. Sweet Kiss again. We've seen Sweet Kiss pretty regularly, especially this round. I feel like we've seen it like 4 times and then seen a Lovely Kiss. Wrap for a bit of residual damage. That plus maybe a tiny hit will take out, or bind, I mean. That plus the tiniest hit like Scratch will take out that Lantern. Here comes Floatzel. Full water types on the 4 water types on the team, and in the rain. Hey, Damien, I think they're gonna sleep again. Frenzy Plant on the Floatzel. It's tied at 2-2. Kyogre might be doing some major stuff to give Damien the win after all, even though his Pokemon are asleep. That's Confusion on Lantern, who does break through it and gets to attack. Uses Wrap on Kyogre. They're actually just wrapping and binding each other, which is interesting. Not sure how long bind will last at this point. I think it's somewhat random. I don't think it'll last until Lantern's taken out, so it'll need to take a small hit. Seismic Toss. Missed because of that sand attack from Lapras from earlier. Otherwise that would have been the KO on Lantern and actually given the lead to Damien for the first time this match. With a low HP on Lantern, any small hit will probably do it and give the lead to Damien. In terms of remaining HP, Damien's looking better. Will Misty have 3 losses at the end of the group stage? Will Misty have a win, or will she end with a tie? Kyogre can't move because he used Frenzy Plant last time, but it won't mind because that was an instant KO from full health on the Floatzel. Submission from Milotic. Misses Lantern as it hit itself. Octazooka as well. Potentially, Octazooka can lower accuracy. Mega Drain gets a bit of health back, making it more likely that it'll survive the bind, but still, it is at low health. And it's also still confused, so it can't take itself out. Emperor Pengu. Blizzard probably misses one of them. And misses Lantern. 70% accurate plus the one or even multiple accuracy drops that it had. Makes that miss on both. That probably would have been the end of Lantern and given a 2-1 lead to Damien. But bind is still going. And Penguin now falls asleep because of the yawn from last turn. So it's up to Kyogre, who can move again this turn. Frenzy Plant again. Teeter Dance, that might actually be really good. Confuses Empoleon, but avoiding to sleep anyway, so for 1, 2, however long it stays asleep, turns. Empoleon won't really feel the confusion. Melodic might hit itself, maybe not. It does, so that's nice. Lantern's already confused, so it might actually get rid of the confusion now, but if it hits itself, it takes itself out. 2-1 lead. What if Kyogre and Milotic take each other out, and a sleeping Pokemon wins? Alright, it's the Battle of the Waters. We continue with that. 2-1 lead, Damien. Will they win this after all? Aero Blast, that's strong. 5 minutes left until that YouTube video goes live, so we might just make it. So based on the timing, I'm hoping that Damien will finish this off. But I will slightly extend when it starts if this match isn't over in 5 minutes. Damien is just teasing the waters here. In a sense, beating the waters at their own game. In the rain. And we've seen the rain twice this match. It started with rain, then Tyranitar set up the Sandstorm with its ability, then used Sunny Day, and now Drizzle. Which is permanent because it was summoned by an ability. I think it was Gen 6 or 7 where that was changed. Where any setup of the weather is for 5 turns, not just the moves. This can flinch, and can flinch Milotic. It is flinched. Pengu out of confusion, even though it had a sleeping turn before it. Is this it? No, it misses. One more decent hit on Milotic and it's over. Misty had the advantage, but it was never a huge advantage. So you should never really count your chickens there. But change in X and Y, okay. That's it then. Damien wins it 0-2. So I'm going to make this end a little bit quicker than normal. Winner of the match, and with that, winner of the group with 3 out of 3 wins. Damien, congratulations. You make it through. Let's see, this match took 31 minutes 59. Damien wins the group with 3 wins. Flash 2. Chobin has 1. Misty has none.